Merhaba YouTube ALSENYAZ Oyun kanalına hoş geldiniz. Ben İsa. Fallout New Vegas serisine kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. İyi seyirler, başlayalım. Bu arada arkadaşlar bu bölüm ana hikaye finali yapabiliriz ama yapmayabiliriz. Yani görevin gidişatına göre bakacağız. Bu ana hikayede hem bu çelik kardeşlikle ilgili bir de bu sosyete bilmem ne bir şey bitiyordu. Onunla ilgili bir görev var. O görevi yapıp çıkarabilirsem aradan ana hikayeyi ilerletip final yapabilirim ama işte onu ilerletebilecek miyim, ilerletemeyecek miyim bilmiyorum. Beklemiyordum, vallahi beklemiyordum. Ben o bombaları bir yerden düştü falan, onları toplarım diyordum tam. Oradan bile zarar verdi. Kaç tane bomba varsa artık. Yani o kadar şey yapmışlar, kil koyup tuzak koymuşlar. Umarım değer. İçinde güzel bir şey var düşünüyorum. Oha, 7600 kapak. İyi, güzel.
Let's hit this in here.
Nerede o yumurta? Ben mi körüm lan? Orada şeyi alacağım. Hafif makinenin tüfeğin bir tane parçası var, onu alacağım. Zaten normal kapçası 90 mermi alıyor herhalde, onunla 150 mermi falan alır herhalde.
Those fiend junkies over at Ball 3 have been taking some hits. I say kill them all. Welcome back, stranger. Do you have good news for the Thorn? Good work, stranger. The Thorn will nurture these eggs until their hatchlings are ready to bleed for us. Here's a compensation for your service. I trust that we're in agreement over it.
Bilmereydim be ya.
I thank you, stranger. The Thorn thanks you. I'm asking our top hunters to gather Cazador eggs.
Cazador da şu sinek gibi olanlar var yani, böyle vurduğum zehirleyenler, onlardan. Onlar da hiç sevmiyorum. Çok lanet yaratıklar ya.
Cazadors are extremely deadly, but they are also reclusive. Try looking near the Red Rocks canyons. The crowd loves your bravery. So long, stranger.
Let's deal. Careful if we go off the road.
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wait? I am ready to process our transaction.
Bende vardı ya. Bende var. Ama yanlış bilmiyorsam sniper içinde. Bende var ama. Av tüfeği. Kullanmıyorum ki av tüfeği. Şey için. Onun mermisini bulamıyoruz ki doğru. Alıyorum. O susturucu şeyi kullanabilir miyim emin değilim. Deneyeceğiz. Seninki takılmıyor. Buna takarım belki diye düşündüm de o story şeyine takılmıyormuş. Keşke bu craft'lama olayı daha kolay olsaymış ya. Seviyorum böyle craft'lama işini de. Bunu zor yapmışlar. Yani kullandığım her silah istediğim şeyi bulabilsem, işte storage'u, dürbün, başka parçalar çok süper olur. Şimdi buraya bakalım bulabilecek miyiz? Buraya geldik. Buraya nasıl gideceğim ya? Buraya yol yok ki. Böyle gidiliyor, büyük ihtimalle çıkamıyorum ki. Çok saçma ya, var ya. Uğraştığım şeylere bak. Bak, farklı bir yere geldim haritada. Belki orada yumurta var. Savunmaya bakar. Yumurtayı bulursak kurtulduk. Domuzun yuvası. Yumurta vardır herhalde. Benim bir tane aklımda bir yer var da orasının neresi, ismini hatırlamıyorum. İsmini hatırlasam o benim düşündüğüm yerde yumurta vardı, oradan alırdım. Orada bayağı da uğraşıyorum arkadaşlar. İnternetten falan yardım aldım da hala tam bulmuş değilim. Aklınızda bulunsun. Eğer siz de bu görevi alır takılırsanız burada böyle bir sığınak var. Bu sığınağın olduğu yere gelip böyle gidin. Tabii bakalım. Belki hala yanlış gelmiş olabilirim. Net emin değilim ama çıkacağız. Aynen ya. Bence doğru gidiyorum.
Time for some escape. Değerlenmiş böyle. Tamam ya, bence bu sefer doğru geldik. Let's paint it.
Aynen geldik. Tekrar göstereyim, aklınızda bulunsun. Bu geriye kalanlar sığınağı. Şunu satarım zaten, bize bir tane vardı.
Welcome back, stranger. Do you have good news for the thorn? Good work, stranger. The thorn will nurture these eggs until their hatchlings are ready to bleed for us. Here's a compensation for your service. I trust that we're in agreement over it.
Ticaret 90 istiyor. Yok.
I thank you, stranger. The thorn thanks you. This is it, Hunter. I've decided to grant you the opportunity to earn the greatest honor the thorn could ever expect.
En güçlü yarı,
Death
ölümcül
claws
kan şey.
are
Tam da
our most
düşündüğüm şey
precious and our
Bunlar
most
daha
feared
kolay.
contenders.
Onu indiririz.
I want you to be the one to deliver the sacred eggs to me personally. Quarry Junction is overrun with death claws, but you may stand a better chance at a nest near the Repcon test site. I've come to expect nothing less from you, brave stranger.
Ticaretimiz olaydı, çok daha güzel paralar alırdım da. Yapacak bir şey yok. Ben buraları da almadan için sıkıntı olmaz. Daha önceden buraya gelip buradakileri öldürdüğüm için eğer spawnlanmadılarsa sıkıntı yok. Kayıt alayım da ben. Çünkü eğer bunların efsane bir işi falan var, bunlar canlandıysa sıkıntı olur. O yüzden dikkat etmemiz lazım. Canlanmışlar. Bir şey var, efsane bir şey. Bir de efsane birisi var.
Let's see what you got.
Benim de burada olması lazım.
Time to mix music to my... Let's see what you got.
Neyim var ki başka bu kadar ağır şeyim var. Çıkabilirsem gideceğim. Neden bu çıkış? Ben çıkışı bulamadım. Öyle bir yapmasın, ben moru hiç belli olmuyor ki.
Welcome back, stranger. Do you have good news for the Thorn? You've indeed become the greatest hunter the Thorn has ever seen. The best I've ever seen. You've earned the honor of being part of this sacred ground. Come to me often, and I'll share with you the wealth of the Thorn. You've done enough to last many lifetimes, stranger. But I'd like you to come see me again.
Vay.
Your bravery surpasses that of any other, and I've come to admire your actions. Before death takes us, I would know you deeper. Come with me, my hunter.
My hunter, ha?
Don't go too far. It's all shadows and dangers in lower levels.
Even the strongest creatures need their rest and their companionship. I've been looking forward to this. Lay down with me, my hunter.
Feels good not to have to drag a Brahmin train across the Mojave.
Lay down with me, my hunter.
Tamam, yeterli yeterli. Teşekkürler.
If the NCR ain't got to worry about season.
Sıradaki görevimiz yapalım.
Hey!
You ever think about being a ranger? With House dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the year's out.
Oh, hey. Oh, well, yeah, I can do that. Thanks. Watch out for great cons.
What's up? No problem. Hey, do me a favor when you get back to Reyes and tell her that we don't need any more damn ammo. Wouldn't mind more water, though. It's not my call to make. You'd have to clear it with Ranger Erickson. We're not gonna die of thirst anytime soon, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. You think I haven't tried? Every time I do, Camp Golf acknowledges the situation. And soon after that, more ammo. Alright? We keep getting deliveries of ammunition for some reason. I don't mind target practice, but there isn't all that much to shoot at out here. Alright? Careful out there.
Hey.
You're really not supposed to be here. All right. She radioed ahead and mentioned that somebody was coming by. Odd that she'd send a civilian instead of a trooper, though. Don't get killed out there.
We got ourselves a little Ranger family reunion now. Time's right for a feud.
Why are you still here? Very well. You can tell Reyes that this station is secure. Sir.
ne iş var lan bu?
What do you want now? What, again? Didn't I just change those damn things? All right, fine. Show me the new codes. Yeah.
Welcome back. The station's been silent for quite some time now. I guess this confirms what we've all feared. Thanks for letting me know. I'll switch over all radio broadcasts to the new encrypted channels. This ought to help us stay a step ahead of any spies. Before you go, I've got another job available.
Evet.
We've received some disturbing reports from some of the ranger stations. Heavy casualties at Alpha, super mutant legionaries at Delta. The weirdest one has to be the Great Khans and their trained death claws at Foxtrot. These reports can't be accurate, can they? I know you've already been out there, but could you do me a solid and confirm these reports with the rangers who sent them in? Nothing is severe. Charlie seems to be getting a lot of extra medical supplies for some reason, while Bravo hasn't requested a resupply in a while. Echo has been reporting heavy Legion activity down on their end, but that's about it. Thank you, and good luck. Bye.
Kontrol kanıtlayıcı.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Ölümcül pençe saldırısı, permutan saldırısı, savaş kayıpları. Tam tuzaklık yer oraya.
Yeah? No, I didn't. You might hear that kind of nonsense from a drunk trooper on the strip, but not from me. The Legion doesn't have super mutants. That patrol was wiped out by its own incompetence. A couple of the troopers were fooling around with a grenade when it went off. See you around.
Evening. Yeah? Yeah, it's a damn shame. There was a lot of talk about expelling her from the Rangers, especially once the gambling and drinking started. Being posted here is her second and last chance, and so far, I'm not impressed. Link's jumpy all the time, and the others are sick of it. You must be mistaken. I haven't filed any report like that. Trained death claws? I would have remembered that. If someone is saying I filed that report, that's a load of crap. I won't have my name attached to a clerical error. Be careful out there.
This is a military outpost. Why are you here? Ranger Station Alpha used to be the frontline outpost for NCR. When we moved on to the dam, this station has fallen into more a support role. For about 10 years now. Toughest training I've ever done, and was the proudest day of my life when I got my Ranger badge. Did you know that the first battle at Hoover Dam was won because of the Rangers? Legion had the numbers, but we had the skill. Have you ever heard the story of the bomber that crashed into the lake before the war?
Çıkardım.
Supposedly it's mostly intact, even after all that time. High casualties? We've had one broken ankle, but nobody at this post has died. Any injury, illness, or death gets radioed to Ranger HQ at Camp Golf. Chief Hanlon and his aides compile the reports and assign reinforcements as needed, and they're not needed here. There are other Ranger posts around. Reyes might have mixed up the report. Do a fucking head count then. Everybody's right where they're supposed to be. Reyes got the numbers wrong. Not much more to it than that. So long.
Hello?
Welcome back. I knew it. Every one of the false reports was signed off by Chief Hanlon at Camp Golf. But why would the Chief manipulate the reports? I need you to take everything we found to Chief Hanlon and confront him with it. I don't want to make this public unless we have to. Bye.
If you're looking for NCR's spine, ain't gonna find it here.
We got ourselves a little Ranger family reunion now. Time's right for a few.
Looks like we booted the Legion out of Nelson. About damn time.
Kimle konuşuyordu? Tamam.
I'm occupied at the moment. Come see me when I'm on the balcony.
Ne alakalı oradan kalktı buraya.
I'm occupied at the moment. Come see me when I'm on the balcony. Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. Natural or man-made. Any kind, really. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, the San Luis. Drained the aquifers of everything they had. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come up over the water. Takes some getting used to. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a ranger's life is now, looking east. You must be the courier folks have been talking about. Word on the radio is that someone wronged you back in Good Springs. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up. But it sounds like you've done right by the NCR. It's appreciated. Now what can I do for you? I could tell you a lot if you had the time, but at my age, I'm not sure which of us would get tired first. What do you want to know? There's a lot of answers to that question, but it started with the Ranger Unification Treaty. We weren't always the only show in town. Nevada had its own posse, the Desert Rangers. They fought Caesar even farther east out in Arizona. Years back, we met with the Desert Rangers at Mojave Outpost and agreed to help them against Caesar if they would join the NCR. Well, there's what we're supposed to be doing and what we're actually doing. There's a big gap between those two things, about as wide as that lake out there. Suppose it depends on what you think's good. Most folks want to hear about Hoover Dam and Boulder City, but it's a long story. If you want some tall tales about hunting down slavers or busting up gangs, talk to one of the younger rangers. It's kind of a long one, but all right. About 25 years ago, a group of NCR settlers pushed way south into Baja. I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map, but back then they were out of ways. They built this little shanty town around a well in the middle of nowhere. Called it Rattletail. Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been attacking the place. I went out with 6 rangers. We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. We lost one woman to night stalkers and another almost died of dehydration. When we reached the place, it's 6 shacks set up around an old well. There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with .308 rifles crushed behind sandbags. And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they aren't raiders, aren't even heavily armed. They're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. I didn't have to talk to the men to see that they did not care one bit. They had planted an NCR flag over the well. They would not budge until every last one of them was laid out, dead and cold. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming, 100 strong. I made up some cockamamie name for them and everything. The men looked at each other, looked at us, and asked me what we were going to do about it. I told them we would take them back into NCR territory because we'd already lost 10 Rangers on the way out. 10 Rangers, 5 men with .308 rifles. Well, that was enough for them. They packed up what they could and we took them back north. Last I heard, they settled somewhere in Anza Borrego. Raised bighorners. Had some tough times, but it worked out okay for them. So there you go. That's my one bit of good. In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front, prime soldiers behind the recruits, old guard bringing up the rear. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first two waves, if they survive that long. When the veterans step up, there's not much fight left. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix of legionaries as skirmishers and still retain order in the ranks. Joshua Graham, Caesar's old legate, he wasn't so flexible. When the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to the middle ground just after first contact. Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east side with recruits up front and veterans in the back, by the book. But once they were in, they were stuck there. Oliver's troopers were entrenched and wouldn't give a foot. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start picking off veteran Legion officers from a high ridge west of the dam. That only lasted about a minute before Graham ordered the back ranks to push through to the front and rush the ridge. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and stayed out of the veterans' way. By the time the veterans got to the ridge, we were already in Boulder City. They followed us down there, but we were out before they realized what was happening. We'd packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it did the job. Those who didn't die in the blast were in no position to mount a defense. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. The troopers routed them. Graham pulled the remaining legionaries back, but the battle was over. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon, back to Caesar. And that was the last we saw or heard from Joshua Graham. Shoot. Word is that the Legion's old-timers have shown up. Caesar's veterans from the Red Okie Centuria and what was the Painted Rock tribe. They're the best of the best and the baddest of the bad. Short of a Centurion or Praetorian, they don't come any tougher. You come across a pack of them, weigh your options carefully. Caesar's a lead guard. They travel with him wherever he goes. A bit of insurance in case any of his guests get funny ideas. They aren't the toughest legionaries, but they're the most devoted to Caesar. They believe in everything the Legion stands for. There's no real equivalent to them in the NCR. Centurions are battle-born elite officers who earn their rank with blood and sweat. They wear special outfits, too, pieced together from the armor of all their defeated enemies.
Ay.
Good commanders, tough opponents.
Hiç karşılaşmadım ben daha önce onlarla.
Take a regular legionary and age him 10 years. Whatever they lose to age, they make up for with experience. Life expectancy isn't long in the Legion. You live 10 years in Caesar's army, you're forced to be reckoned with. Shoot. Mojave Outpost sent word through the stations. Rangers coming up from Baja moved through Dayglow a week ago. Some of the patrol rangers have reported that Oliver's power armor heavy troopers are starting to reinforce the front lines. Wish they got here a bit earlier, but that's a Senate for you. They have the best equipment the NCR can get its hands on. Power armor salvaged from a war with the Brotherhood. Techs strip out the joint servos so you don't need special training to wear it. It feels like you're carrying a Brahmin on your back, but it can take a heck of a lot of punishment. The Baja Rangers can do more advanced night scouting and sharpshooting to assist the troopers. Ranger combat helmets are old pre-war gear. They have built-in low-light optics. Makes a big difference. Shoot. The best of the best, worst of the worst. He came out of NCR, one of the followers of the apocalypse. Like a lot of the followers, he went out in the wilderness with a partner to try to help those who needed helping. Not much different from how the Rangers used to be, except with books and medicine instead of guns. Out to the Grand Canyon, he met a missionary from Utah, a man by the name of Joshua Graham. Graham helped translate for the followers and the tribes. All three of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots down there, back when they were still at war with every other tribe in the Southwest. Yes and no. The Blackfoots don't exist anymore. Just like any other tribe that gets swallowed by the Legion. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns off tattoos, breaks up families, forces mixed breeding so all the old loyalties die away. The only tribe in the Legion is the Legion. Caesar is the chief, father, and God, all rolled into one. Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever suffered. Graham had been with Caesar since the beginning, but he had to set an example. The Praetorians covered Graham in pitch, lit him on fire, and down into the Grand Canyon he went. Somewhere along the way, he realized he needed to educate the Blackfoots, or they were going to get wiped out with the rest of the tribe. Showed them how to use guns, how to make explosives. Once he taught the Blackfoots a thing or two, they needed him. And he no longer needed the followers, NCR, or anyone else. He decided he could remake the tribes of the Southwest whether they wanted it or not. He became Caesar, and Joshua Graham became his legate, his right hand. And that's where Graham stayed until Hoover Dam. Shoot. Folks around here call me the chief, but handling's just fine. The Rangers run themselves pretty well, but I try to lend a hand. Mostly administrative work, helping coordinate intel on the radio. That and keeping an eye on the fires growing across the water. Legion fires, they burn high wherever the Legion goes. Caesar's a hard man to figure out, but he always wants you to know when more troops are at your front door. Adios. You've come back to see the chief. Nice of you to humor the radio tender. What can I do for you? Hold on. If we're gonna have this conversation, let's go somewhere more private. Don't worry, not much bite left in this old dog.
Ceza ısır. Kafanı koparayım.
We got ourselves a little Ranger family reunion now. Time for a few.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole.
Sorting and manipulating intelligence is what I do. It's what Rangers are supposed to do. This job isn't all gunfighting and gulping shots of whiskey, no matter what the boys and ladies out there say. You have you? Misdirection. When you're pinned down, outnumbered, and 2 days from any help, it's just about the best friend you can have. Misdirection's what saved me all these years. It's what saved us at Hoover Dam. But it's been 5 years now, and Caesar's right across that lake. He's closer now than he ever was before. I was a young man once. I know what it's like to want to fight for your home. But this isn't it. First thing that comes to mind is to turn me in. But that might not be the best play, all things considered. Even if your heart's in the right place, I reckon it might do a lot more harm than good. Oliver can't stand that Rangers got credit for victory at Hoover. Whatever I recommend, he does the opposite. I said I wanted us on the ridge. He put them right on the western part of the dam itself. We don't have enough firepower to hold that spot. If the troopers fall back, they will. The Rangers will advance to cover Oliver's retreat. We lose the dam, Oliver in the center of the front. The Legion is more than just Caesar. It's got the momentum of thousands of men behind it. They're not just going to roll off into Arizona if we give them a good shove. Rangers are volunteers. Every man and woman who signs up is willing to die for the NCR, myself included. A lot of this is my fault. It's only right that I stand with them. Maybe 50 Rangers will die on that dam. We lose over 1,000 troopers every year. Being here is crazy. Getting out's the only sane thing to do.
Adam beni ikna edemedi, ben şöyle söyleyeceğim bunu ya. Doğru anladıysam adamın neden yaptığını, diğerleri bu işte bazı askerlerin olduğu yerleri yanlış buluyor, o yüzden yanlış ihbarlar verdi, doğru anladıysam. Ama ne saçma, bunu o kararını o veremez ki.
It's a gamble either way. Even with Caesar gone, we still might not outlast the Legion.
Bunun kararını sen veremezsin hacı.
For our sake, I hope you're right. I guess that I should thank you for bringing me to my senses. So, thanks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to walk out that door and pretend we never had this talk.
Yak. Şimdi neyi geliştirsek? Ticaret. Bilim 100 yapalım. Bu görev bitti mi şimdi? Bu arada kararı bana seçtirmedi. Bana kaldı, ben ihbar edecektim bunu. Görev yapabilecek miyim? Görev yapamazsam bu Çelik kardeşlerin olduğu bir mekan vardı. Gidip basmaya çalışmıştım. Sağlamlarda bir şey yapamamıştım. Gidip oraya saldırıp onları yok etmeyi deneyeceğim. Onları yok edebilirsem gider söylerim Yasmin'a. Ondan sonra bölüm sonu yaparız. Bir sonraki bölümde bu bir tane lüks bilmem ne carçut falan var. Onların görevini yapabilirsem yaparım. Yapamazsam tekrar Yasmin'a gider. Ona hikayeyi ilerletir. Hikayenin finalini yaparım. Ondan sonraki bölümlerde ek paketleri bitiririz. Şurada bomba atmalı ben iyi değilim. Eğer bu görev sıkıntısız olursa yaparız, olmazsa yapacak bir şey yok.
Okay, we've got our dummy grenades and the course is live. We're all set.
Bombayı fırlatıp sonra pimi mi çeksin? Dalga mı için pimi çekip bombayı fırlatması lazım.
I've got a bad feeling about this. They're kind of heavy for that, but whatever you say. What the hell are you talking about?
Ben de bilmiyorum ki.
You've got a funny definition of well, you know that? Whatever. Thanks for whatever that was. So now the word is Caesar's calling in his elite troops from Arizona. I don't think we're gonna catch a break anytime soon. Not even a little bit, no. Okay, if you say so. Hell, it's not like we've got a lot to lose here.
O zaman şey geliştirmem lazım. Kardeşliğin mekanı neredeydi? Allah sataşan onlardı. Sataşmasalardı. Ne yapayım? Bu zırhı giymeyi öğrensem çok süper olur. Ama ağırlığı çok yüksek. Almaya değmez. Silahlarını alalım sadece. Mesela kırılmış, almayalım. Bu arada buraya yakın bir yerde süper mutant mekanı vardı. Oraya da gidip basacağım.
We're hunting shitheads.
Pompalı büyük ihtimal onlara zarar vermeyecek ama yiyeceğiz. Yakından bununla şey yapamam. Zarar vermez. Bu zarar vermez onlara. Bu zarar verir mi? Önceden öldürmüştüm ama deneriz. Buna yakından vurursam sıkıntı olur. Şu an en mantıklısı pompalı.
Area secured.
verme bak. Valla şey öldü, şaka gibi.
Something with more.
Gerçeklerle gelsin. Güzel para çıkıyor. Ben normalde bunlara düşman olmazdım. Beni boynuma bombalı tasmaya takıp gidip birini öldür yoksa öldürürsün bombayı patlatırız dersen ben de size düşman olurum. Kayıt alayım. ihtimal yakına düşmanlar var. Bunlar uyanamadığına göre. Bunlar uyandığında veririm bu aldığım silahları. Ondan sonra normal yürüyebilirim. Giyebilirim bu arada. 17. Demek ki mahvolmuş. Geri atarım, para etmiyor. Bunda değeri düşmüş. Para atarım. Yemek zili mi? Neymiş lan?
No sign of the hostile. Reveal yourself and I promise the end will come quick.
Bunun liderini öldürebilecek miyim bulup?
Continuing sweep. Where did you go? Come out and face your death.
Burası şeylerin o zaman. Depoları. Zırhları, silahları aldığı yer. Bu düşündüğüm kadar büyük değilmiş galiba. Şeydir ya. Ondan önce orayı bir tamamen şey yapalım. Yine de çok değilmiş aslında. 621. Alayım ya salla. Yani çok daha değerlisini böyle bulurum bulursam şey olursa yargı falan kalmazsa o zaman atarım. Bu alt kısım biraz karışık geldi. Buraya gelmiş. Değerleri çok iyi ya. Altı 5 kilo aslında şu miğferleri alalım.
Let's deal.